And it made me so angry that I said, put me in that keynote slot. And, you know, I have multiple reasons for being here. And obviously the first is that I want everyone to be educated about CBD. The second is that in 2010, if the 2 was all there, it was a typical morning, and I woke up just like any other morning. And when I woke up, I couldn't feel anything from my legs down. Absolutely nothing. And I would go like this, and I would scratch my leg, and I could see myself scratching my leg, but I couldn't feel it. And that's pretty scary. I could walk, but it was a stumbled walk. And I was fine the night before. So I went into the emergency room. About 18 hours later, the doctors came out and told me that I had MS after many, many tests. I had no idea what MS was, and they quickly put me into an ambulance in the middle of the night to a 4-hour drive to Stanford University, which was the closest place that had a neurologist on staff that could handle the case. When I got there, I was immediately put into steroid treatments for 3 days. And the thing about MS is that when you have a relapse, which is what that was, your feeling never comes back 100%. So that's the thing you want to avoid with MS is a relapse. And so with every relapse, if you start at 100% feeling like most normal people do, then when it comes back, you may have 80%, 70%, and this will keep happening with each relapse. The doctor came in my room, and she was one of the professors at Stanford. And she was with me through every step of the way. She was amazing. And her and I became very good friends over the next 7 years. She understood what I did for a living, and she embraced it, but she never really said much about it. And 2010 was about the same time when I changed my marketing firm over to specialize in cannabis and CBD. So it was about the same time. It was a month after I changed my firm to cannabis and CBD that I found out I had MS. So it was all kind of weird timing. So she stayed with me, which is a pill form for MS. 2 years later, Stanford called me and said, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Oh my God, get here, hurry up. I said, you realize I'm 4 hours away. They said, yeah, it doesn't matter, hurry up and get here. So I did. And apparently my last blood test had shown that I was starting to get PML, which is a rare brain infection, which was being caused by Tecfidera, fatal brain infection. So they put me on Copaxone. So I started giving myself shots every other day. Copaxone was not strong enough, and I went into another relapse. Shortly after that, they put me on Sabri, which is a monthly infusion. And I've been on that for 2.5 years with no relapse, so it seems to be handling things okay. But going back to about 2010, I was having spasticity in my legs so bad, I just wanted literally to cut them off at night. So Stanford put me on muscle relaxers, a lot of muscle relaxers. I loved my Robaxin, a lot of muscle relaxers. I loved my Robaxin because it helped me and my baclofen. They were my best friends. Until I started getting to the point where I couldn't even function. I was so out of it. And I hate that. That's not me. I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a fast mover, and I move at a quick pace, and that just didn't work for me. So at that point, one of my marketing clients, who was on the East Coast, was manufacturing CBD gum. And he noticed a change in me at this time, and he said, let me just send you some, just to try. I said, okay. So he sent it to me, I tried it, and within 10 minutes, the spasticity in my legs went away at night. I stopped taking baclofen and everything else, Robaxin and all the other muscle relaxers that I was on. And to this day, I'm only on my Tisabri and CBD. So, CBD. And with all of our clients, we get to know their product, how they work, what they do. This one client said, I don't want to talk to you, I don't want to tell you what we do. I said, I don't know how you want me to market your product. He said, no, I want you to jump on the phone, dial in this number at a certain time. I said, okay. So I did. There were 3 women on the phone. One lady had a 20-some-year-old daughter, one had a teenager, and one had a 2-year-old baby. And these were the mothers. All these kids had Dravet syndrome, and they were having very, very bad seizures. The 2-year-old's mother told me that that baby was having 60 seizures a day sometimes. And that since they had been giving the child CBD, it was having an average of 2. So it's very, very hard to understand when people tell you this is wrong or it doesn't work. I've seen it. I know. And many of you guys do too. And that's what we have to make them understand. Epidiolex helps. You know, the approval. At that point, FDA is going to have to do something. They have to. The DEA, the Farm Bill, we're moving, we're going in the right directions. But it'll never be easy, not with Big Pharma. Yeah, I don't know. That one over there on that side. We might not be able to. Maybe we should just turn this one.
Yeah, just this one, that's right.
And so this letter came out.